going to lower your hands in front of your feet, and you're going to root to rise, leading with the back of your heart. Press yourself up to standing. Head arrives last, and once you're here, loop your shoulders up, back, and down. So next you're going to walk to the top of your mat, and we're going to move through a variation of Sun A. So big toes touch, arms at your sides, palms face forward. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up, and exhale, hands together in front of your face, in front of your heart, and all the way down to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, hug the belly button in towards the spine, gazes down. And as you exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, find a high plank. And then, listen, you're gonna lower your knees to modify. Press the back of your heart up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend your elbows and lower your entire body down. Inhale, lift your chest and your gaze, cobra pose. And as you exhale, bring your gaze point down, press through your hands, transition through a tabletop, retuck your toes under, and press up, find a downward facing dog. So in this first down dog, make sure that your feet are about a hip width distance apart and that your hands are as well. Press into all 10 finger pads so that you encourage your hips towards the sky. And take whatever bend in your knees you need to allow to let your hips be the highest point of the shape you've created. So for some of us, the restrictions in the backs of the legs mean that the heels may never touch the floor. That's absolutely okay. Simply breathe into the shape you've created. Big, deep inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. On your next inhale, you're gonna gaze forward. And as you exhale, you're gonna step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And again, we're gonna root to rise, but reach the arms out and up. And again, find your palms together in a prayer position, and this time stop and pause at your heart. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so, or just bring the eyes to a soft gaze, and just simply breathe. So now you know it. If you're more familiar with moving through a vinyasa from a high plank in chaturanga, please feel free to do so. I'm going to continue to modify with my knees. So we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, light on your fingertips, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. From a high plank or knees lowered, inhale here. And exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, transition through as we all meet back in a downward facing dog. Take another inhale here. And exhale, let it go. Next inhale, gaze forward. And as you exhale, step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, brings you up. And exhale, hands together, prayer position. Stop at your heart. Give yourself another moment to pause and to feel. And we'll flow one more time. Inhale, lift your arms skyward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back from a high plank or modified on your knees. Inhale here, lift the back of your heart up towards the sky. And as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. And as you exhale, find downward facing dog in your own time. Again, once you're here, breathe into this shape. Let it feel really good. And exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, gaze forward. And as you exhale, step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. exhale, forward fold. Give yourself a moment to hang, to release, to breathe, to reconnect. And next, inhale, deeply bend your knees and drop your hips back. And as you inhale, lift your arms and your upper body. Find chair pose with Uttanasana. So hug your belly button in towards your spine. Lower your shoulders away from your ears. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, sweep your arms back like airplane wings, palms face down. Next, you're going to keep your left foot where it is and slide your right foot back to straight. Just your toes touch down. Then you're going to wake up that right glute. You're going to press into your left heel, straighten that left leg, and use the right glute to lift the right leg to parallel with the mat. Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. Reaching through both of your arms, extending energy down your right leg as you press your heel back. Another inhale here. And as you exhale, let that right foot land behind you and open up Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So start by ensuring that the front knee is stacking over the front ankle and that you're engaged entirely down your back leg all the way to your pinky toe edge of that foot. Then you're gonna reach your two arms out in opposition. Bring the shoulders over the hips and gaze forward over your middle finger. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, reverse warrior. Lower your back hand, reach your top arm up, expand through your chest and lift your gaze. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, you're gonna bring your arms down to a warrior 2, and then windmill your arms all the way down to the floor to frame your left foot. Come high on your back toes, high lunge, and then you're gonna heel toe your left foot about an inch over to the side. Go ahead and lower your right knee. And from here, you're going to connect your entire right palm down into the mat underneath your right shoulder. Reach your left arm forward and up. And just stay for a moment in this lizard pose. Give yourself a moment to experience the external rotation that you're asking of your left thigh, and equally the openness we're trying to achieve in both of our hips. So you can absolutely stay here, or you can lower with lizard pulses by lowering your left forearm to the inside of your left foot and towards the floor. And again, when you do so, notice how available this position is for you. So courage is also about standing proudly in your body. So with confidence, choose which variation works for you. You can hold static, or you can pulse. Wherever you are, we're gonna breathe together. So inhale here, and exhale, release. 3 more cycles of breath. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Stay for the exhale. And then you're going to bring that hand back to frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee off the floor. Press into both of your palms to encourage the hips high. And then you're going to swing that left leg back and up. 3-legged dog. So first, just make sure that the 2 hands are pressed into the mat and that the face and the chest continue to shine down towards the mat. Then you're going to bend your left knee and let your left foot fall over to the right side as you open and shine the pelvis over to the left side of the mat. So scorpion pose here. The rotation that's happening should be happening in the pelvis, so make sure that the face and the chest stay parallel to the mat and that simply the weight of the leg opens up the pelvis and rotates it. Breathe here. And on the next inhale, re-extend that left leg and left foot meets right. Downward facing dog. Take another inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Another moment to pause, to breathe, to reconnect. Next, inhale, soften through both knees, drop both hips back, and as you inhale, lift your arms and lift the torso. Chair pose, Uttanasana. Breathe here. Next, inhale, arms sweep back, airplane wings, palms face down. Keep your right foot where it is, and then slide your left foot back into straight. Only your toes touch down. Then you're gonna press into your right heel, bring your right leg to straight, wake the left glute up, and use that glute to lift the leg up parallel to the floor. Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. Energy and awareness through all three lifted limbs. Stay for the inhale. And on the exhale, back foot drops down. Open up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure that the outside of the right knee is pressing towards the right side of the mat. So really stacking the knee over the ankle. Engaging all the way down the back leg and reaching the two arms out in opposition. So Vira in Virabhadrasana means warrior or hero, or to be fully engaged with life. And as we bend into our front knee and extend through our back leg and reach our two arms out, all of our four limbs are engaged here. We're fully engaged with life for all it has to offer, both challenges and triumphs. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, reverse warrior. Back hand comes down, right arm lifts, expand through the chest, lift your gaze, bend into that front knee. And as you exhale, bring your hands back down through warrior two and continue to windmill your arms all the way down to frame your right foot. High on your back toes, high lunge, and then you're gonna heel toe your right foot over to the right. Lower that left knee down, connect your entire left palm into the mat, and then you're gonna reach your right arm forward and up. And give yourself a moment to see, to feel, to experience what's happening in the body in this lizard pose. This is extended and expanded lizard. Give yourself a moment to feel, and then of course you can stay or you can choose to pulse down. You can equally go for it and decide to return. Wherever you are, we're gonna breathe here. Inhale and exhale. 3 more cycles of breath. Last inhale here and exhale. Then you're gonna reframe the foot again. Tuck the left toes under this time. Lift the left knee, press into the palms, and then send the right foot back and up. 3-legged dog. Again, ensure that the palms press into the mat, that the face and the chest stay parallel, and then you're gonna bend that right knee and let the right foot fall over to the left. Again, opening and shining the pelvis, this time towards the right side. The pelvis, again, is where the rotation is happening. So, encourage that right knee up towards the sky and then squeeze the foot in towards the glute. So you really feel the stretch that we want in the inner thigh and groin on the left side. So left heel stays planted, right knee lifts. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, re-extend that right foot, 3-legged dog, and then right foot meets left, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Next, inhale, gaze forward, and then as you exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Give yourself a moment to be. Inhale, halfway lift, light on your fingertips. And as you exhale, you're gonna step your right foot back, right knee lowers. So keep your hands on either side of your left foot. We're gonna experiment with a little bit of what is available in the ankle mobility on the left side. So using your hands to maintain your balance, you're gonna shift your knee forward over your toes and see if you can continue to keep that left heel grounded and down. So if the ankle or the heel wants to lift, that might mean that you have limited ankle mobility and it's going to be a little bit harder to get into Skandasana. So when we get there, I'll offer a modification. Simply take notice. You can also take some movement to just see where the ankle's at. We're going to all come back up to this kneeling low lunge on Janasana. Inhale, lift your arms up. From here, take a pelvic tilt that encourages the tailbone underneath you. Then you're going to notice that right glute wants to squeeze and hold, and you'll feel a stretch in the front of the hip. Take another inhale. And then keep that pelvic tilt and lower the pelvis towards the left heel. Stay with your breath. And on your next inhale, you're going to bring your hands together in a prayer position in front of your face and in front of your heart. And you're going to this time open up and turn towards the right side of your mat. So now we're going to come into some side lunges. So whether you want to keep your hands together or extend them to help you balance, we're going to work ourselves down into side lunges. So think about this as single leg squats. So we send the hips back, we keep the chest lifted, we make sure that the knees don't come over the toes too much. We really send our hips back. Inhale to center, and exhale to side lunge and lower. So think about this as lengthening the muscle on the inner thigh and building some strength in the thigh that we squat down into. Inhale to center, and exhale side lunge. Movement to breath. One more inhale at center. And as you exhale, we're going to frame the left foot again. Bring the palms down, lift the leg up. Left foot, three-legged dog. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, find a scorpion pose. Open up. Really lift that knee up. Squeeze the feet in towards the glutes. Keep that right heel down. Feel that groin stretch. Inhale here. And as you exhale, re-extend that left leg. And then left foot meets right, downward facing dog. Another breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, gaze forward, and exhale, step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Another moment to hang, to breathe. Have courage to pause when needed. Next, inhale, find halfway lift, light on your fingertips, and then you're going to exhale and step the left foot back. Left knee lowers. And again, keep your hands planted. Keep that right heel connected. And we're going to experiment again by sending that knee forward over the toes and seeing what the ankle mobility will allow here. So again, just take note without judgment. Just know, okay, when we're working towards Skandasana, I might need to take that modification. We're all going to lift back to a kneeling low lunge on Janasana. Lift your arms skyward. Find that pelvic tilt, that you feel that sensation in the front of the left thigh. Squeeze that glute, keep the pelvic tilt, and lower the pelvis down towards the heel. Chest is lifted, breathe here. On your next exhale, hands together in a prayer position. Lower your hands to your heart and open up towards the left side of your mat. I'm going to turn just so you can see me, but again, we're moving into side lunges. So keep your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. Our feet stay this way and we send the hips back, but ensure that the knees don't come too forward over the toes. Chest stays lifted. Exhale to lower. Inhale to center. Exhale to lower. Movement to breath here. Again, you can keep your arms out if it helps with balance. We're all going to inhale to center. And on the exhale, right foot is what's forward. We're going to frame the right foot with our palms. Press into the palms. Swing the right foot back and up. Three-legged dog. Stay here. And then you're going to bend that knee and open up. Scorpion pose. Keep the heel down. Lift the knee high. Squeeze the foot towards the glutes. Feel that sensation in the groin. Breathe here. And on the next exhale, re-extend the leg. Right foot meets left. Downward facing dog. Another full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. And as you exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Gaze is down. And exhale, forward fold. This time we're going to root to rise, but roll, leading with the back of our heart. Come all the way up to standing. Head arrives last. Once there, lift the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms at either side of your hips, facing forward. We're going to inhale, lift our arms skyward. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your feet back from a high plank or modified with knees down. Inhale here. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. And exhale, gaze point lowers. Press yourself back. Find a downward facing dog. Breathe into the entire circumference of your rib cage. Front side body, back side body, left and right side. Breathe here, breathe deep. Another breath just like that. Next, you're going to inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to bend that right knee, bring that right foot forward and through. Step it between your two hands, and then you're going to open up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, right foot forward. Find the bend in the front knee, expand and extend through your back leg. Breathe here, give yourself a moment to arrive. And then reverse warrior. Inhale, transition through warrior two, and then bring your two hands together in front of your heart, prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Then we're going to turn and face the right side of our mats, but this time we're going to point our left toes towards the closest corner of our mat so that our knee, when we lower, is in the same direction of our toes. So we're moving into Skandasana, the pose of the god of war. So you might need to make a little bit more distance between the 2 feet to really let the hips drop down. So again, hands can be at heart center or extended or reaching out forward in front of you as we slowly lower the hips down. Again, this is where we might notice that the ankle doesn't want to allow this to happen. If that's the case and you notice that the ankle wants to lift, you can come to kneeling on your right knee. So that shin will be parallel to the short edge of the mat, and you'll use that grounded knee as leverage to experiment with where the hips are at, with what the ankle on the left foot will allow. So wherever you are, try to bring your hands to heart center and to reconnect to that breath. You may stay here, or with courage, you may choose to open, to expand, and expose your vulnerable heart bravely. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, we'll all come back to center and then lift ourselves up into a wide-legged forward fold prasarita. Next, you're going to walk your feet in a little bit closer, and you're going to face your right foot. So right foot forward. And again, you're going to bring that back foot in about 2 inches. We're going to lower our upper bodies over our front foot, right front foot. And then we're going to walk our hands to the pinky toe edge of our front leg. So create a foundation in your 2 legs straight and engaged. We're trying to stretch the back of the right leg, but we're equally trying to lay the upper body over the front leg. Parsvattanasana here. You can start with your hands close and slowly work them away from you wherever you are. Let your head hang and breathe. Now, we're going to continue to walk our hands over to the opposite side of our mat as our legs come to cross-legged. So here we're moving into a forward fold. So if your legs just simply will not allow this to happen, you can start with your feet together and just cross the right foot behind the left, or rather the left foot behind the right. So wherever you are, whether split or feet closer, really fold the upper body down. Release the weight of the head. Forward fold Uttanasana in this cross-legged variation. Return to your breath, smooth and steady, in rhythm, in quality. Then you're going to walk your hands back to frame your right foot forward, left foot back, lower onto your left knee, and then you're gonna walk this right foot a little bit more forward so that the leg comes to straight. Take whatever bend in the knee you need to, revisit, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head high, moving into half splits. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, fold the upper body down as much as it will allow. Again, reconnecting to that smooth, steady breathing. Releasing the weight of the head. You never want to feel stretch at the back of the knee, but rather in the belly of the muscle, the hamstring, the muscle in the back of the thigh. So really bend the knee as much as you need to. Again, courage is about standing proudly in your body where it's at today. So meet your body where it's at. Smooth, steady breathing. Next, you're going to bring that foot in so that you create a little bit of space for the 2 hips to fall down and back behind the leg. Keep the right leg extended. Bring the flat of the left foot to the inner thigh on the right. And we're going to first start by just flexing the toes towards the shin and towards the face. Engaging through this right leg, finding stretch the back side of the entire leg. You may reach for that foot, ankle, or shin. Reach for whatever is achievable. Expand through the chest. Stay here, or reach that left hand out, up, and maybe over. And if you're doing so, breathe all the way from the hip, up the left side, and into those fingertips. Inhale brings both hands up to center. Then you're gonna cross your legs. You're gonna lower your palms down in front of your two legs. And you're gonna transition through a tabletop, tuck the toes under, send the hips up, and find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. From here, you're gonna lift your left foot back and up, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, you're gonna bend that left knee and bring that left foot forward and through and plant it between your two hands. And then you're gonna open up, Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. I'm going to turn just so you can see me. Again, as always, give yourself a moment to arrive, to fully engage all four limbs. Next, inhale, reverse warrior. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, transition through warrior two. Bring your hands together in a prayer position in front of your heart. And then we're gonna turn and face whatever side of the mat you're closest to. But this time, right toes are gonna point at about a 45-degree angle towards the corner now closest to that foot. Again, in the same direction that we wanna send the knee as we lower the hips, moving into Skandasana, the pose of the God of War. So separate the feet a little bit wider if you need. Hands together, hands extended, hands reaching forward, whatever allows you to. Slowly, mindfully, drop the hips down. Really give yourself a moment to get into this. And again, if you notice that the ankle just really isn't letting this happen, bend the knee, lower the shin down, and use that grounded knee as leverage to experiment with where the hips will allow and with what the ankle will allow. Wherever you are, try to bring your hands to heart center to breathe into that courageous heart. And maybe open and expand. Inhale, hands back to center. As we come up, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita. Then we're going to point our left toes forward this time. Walk the back foot in, back foot at about a 45-degree angle, and then you're gonna lower your upper body down. Hands start by framing the foot, and then you're gonna walk both hands over to the pinky toe edge of the front foot. First, build the foundation in the legs. They're straight and engaged. Hands are starting close to your body, and you're layering, blanketing the upper body over the front leg. Releasing the weight of the head. Maybe walking the hands out a little bit further, sending the hips a little bit further back to counterbalance. And as always, breathing into the shape, into the sensation you feel in the back of the thigh. Our Svattanasana. Then you're going to continue to walk your hands over to the opposite side of the mat as your legs come to cross-legged. And again, this just might not happen. You might need to bring the feet together and just step the left foot behind the right. Wherever you are, upper body folds forward, cross-legged Uttanasana, forward fold. Release the weight of the head, return to smooth, steady breathing. Let it feel really good. On your next inhale, your hands are going to frame your left foot, right foot back, right knee lowers, heel toe that left foot forward as the leg comes to straight or straight-ish. Revisit length in the spine. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, forward fold. Half splits. Beginning to calm. Pausing and holding. Giving yourself a moment to acknowledge your willingness not only to arrive, but to face and to deal with some difficult poses. Next inhale, that back foot's gonna come in to create a little bit of space for the two hips to land. Then you're gonna keep that left leg extended, bring the flat of the right foot to the inner thigh on the left, and you're gonna start by just flexing the toes towards the shin and the face. Reaching for that foot with the left hand, opening and expanding through the chest, and then maybe reaching that right arm out, up, and over. And if so, breathing through the entire back side of the body and up through the right side. So from the left foot, down the back of the left leg, up from the right hip, up into the right fingertips. Breathe here. Next inhale brings both hands up into center. And then you're gonna cross your legs. And before we move into some more restorative poses, you have the option to, if you'd like to add an extra layer as we move into these slow, static poses. We sometimes get a little bit cold and we just want to be as comfortable as possible. So if you want to add that layer, take a moment to do so. With that, we'll lower all the way down onto our bellies. So extend your two legs out behind you and do whatever with your arms allows you to sink and to settle in. But I'm gonna offer that you might layer your two palms and connect your forehead down into that little pillow that you've created with your two hands. Really give yourself a moment to sink and settle in. If you notice that your thoughts wander, simply reconnect to your breath. Notice where you're holding any tension in your body and try to breathe into those spaces to ease, to relax a little bit deeper. Poses are less about what they look like and much more about what they feel like. And the feeling we're trying to achieve is ultimate comfort.
So you can do whatever you need to do, take whatever movement you need to seek out that pose, that position of utmost comfort for your body. We'll take 3 more cycles of breath here. And on your next inhale, start by slowly lifting yourself onto your elbows and onto your forearms, palms pressed down into the mat beneath you. And elbows are just below, just beneath the shoulders. So first, Sphinx pose, gaze forward, open and expand through the chest, but lower the shoulders away from the ears. You can keep your gaze here, you can lift your gaze skyward, drop the head back, or you can equally roll out the neck by rolling the head clockwise, counterclockwise. Try to connect movement to breath if you take that option. Elbow bent at 90 degrees and keep the elbow at about shoulder height. So palm and forearm press down. You're gonna lower your left cheek to the mat. Press your right hand into the mat somewhere near your face and use that palm to press you up onto your left side. Rather than letting that top leg hover, try to release the foot somewhere down, either behind you or on top of your top leg, just somewhere that allows you to settle in. We're stretching through the front of the chest and underneath the left armpit here. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes, and as always, let yourself settle in to refocusing on your breath. Full cycles of breath here.
My name is Kimberly. Namaste.